Welcome back. We are here with our special guest today, Mr. Preston Hale. Welcome, Preston.
Well, thank you, Shasta.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Well, first off, I don't think I'm probably titling you correctly, calling you Mr. So tell me briefly, you have been in the military. What's your affiliation there?
Well, I was with the 159th Aviation Battalion, 101st Airborne Division out of Fort Campbell at the end of the Vietnam War.
Oh, wow.
So I was an avionics mechanic on CH-47 helicopters. That's my affiliation. And then I went into the 842nd Reserves out of Pensacola, Florida until 1979 when I received my discharge.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. And I love the little helicopter fan. That's totally cool. I don't know if you can see that out there, but
I love helicopters.
Well, today is Flag Day, everyone. So Preston, tell us about, we have different flags that you've brought with you today. Which one would you like to start with, and tell us a little about it?
Well, first of all, I'll give you a flag,
okay,
since it's Flag Day.
Wonderful.
Flag Day originally started on June the 14th in 1777, which ironically was 2 years after the Continental Army of the United States formed in 1775. But anyways, they passed a resolution to make a flag for the United States that would have 13 alternating stripes and 13 stars. But they didn't specify a whole lot about that. So what I have is two flags that didn't quite cut the mustard for them. One of them was called the Bennington flag.
You got it.
As you can see here. Now if you'll notice the top row, hold that,
I got this
has the white stripe to start with. And when they put this on display, a lot of people thought that it just looked too small with the white stripe first. The second one that I want to share with you that a lot of people don't know is known as the Hopkins flag. Now this one's closer to what we have today, but the Hopkins flag actually incorporated the George Washington flag, which is seen here with the 13 stripes. However, George Washington was friends, as the legend goes, with Betsy Ross, and she learned how to cut a star out of making a single cut with her scissors after she folded the material right, and she can make a 5-pointed star. And of course back then they stitched a flag, so that made it a lot simpler for them. So they adopted that. Another thing they did was, because the resolution said that we are creating a new constellation, the stars that formed the circle was the bond of unity for our states, and that's what brought that about.
That's pretty amazing, because I did not know that honestly about our flags so much. So this is a great lesson for me here. And then I believe you also have another flag. Am I correct?
Yes, this is one. Flag Day is also a day when most organizations retire their flags, and I'd like to share with you one that's ready for retirement. It has weathered and worn and gotten torn over the use of its time, and it's ready for retirement. Now there's several organizations that retire them. They retire them on Flag Day, they retire them on Veterans Day, and they retire them on Memorial Day. And there's local municipalities will let you know when they do it. Unfortunately this year, we just formed in August of last year, so we haven't put ourselves together a flag retirement. However, if you have a flag to dispose of, Home Depot has a box that we sponsor out there, and we will be putting a box in the Anniston Library.
Wonderful.
So that'll be coming up soon, and so if you have a flag you want to dispose of, that's where you can take it.
So definitely that's a great thing to know, because I did not know that, and that was going to be a question I was going to ask you. I have another question for you with the little flag pin, if I may.
Yes.
Is there a specific side or any way of,
we usually put it on the right side of our collars.
Okay.
Now I have it on my hat on the left side, because in a Legion hat you can't put anything on this side of the hat, so everything goes over here. And if you can see, the flag leads everything that's on this hat. So.
Okay. Well, I just thank you for bringing all this today and sharing with us. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day to do that. So anyone that, if you've got any other questions or any other information that you would like, definitely search him out. Preston Hale from the American Legion here, post 111. in Oxford, or I know we will post this segment to our Facebook page and everything. If you've got questions there, I'm sure he would be glad to chime in and answer them. So we'd love to have you ask him.
Very good.
Thank you so much again for joining us today.
Thank you.
We'll see you shortly with Lacey Klontz with weather.